Salve and welcome to the Gothic workshop. My name is Alan, I'm a Gothic architect, and in this experience you get the possibility to build parts of our architecture exactly how we did it. Gothic architecture is an architectural style that was particularly popular in Europe from the late 20th century to the 16th century during the High and Middle Ages. It evolved from Romanesque architecture and originated in the Île-de-France region of northern France as a development of Norman architecture. The term Gothic was first applied contemptuously during the later Renaissance by those ambitious to revive the Grecian orders of architecture. The defining design elements of Gothic architecture is the pointed or ogival arch, the primary engineering innovation, and one of the other characteristic design components is the flying buttress. The use of the pointed arch led to the development of the pointed rib vault and flying buttress, combined with elaborate tracery and stained glass windows. A series of Gothic revivals began in mid-18th century England, spread through 19th century Europe and continued, largely for churches and university buildings, into the 20th century. The Ionic Column is considerably more complex than the Doric or Tuscan. It usually has a base and the shaft is often fluted. It has grooves carved up its length. The capital features a volute, an ornament shaped like a scroll at the four corners. The height-to-thickness ratio is around 9:1. Due to the more refined properties and scroll capitals, the Ionic Column is sometimes associated with academic buildings. Ionic-style columns were used on the second level of the Colosseum in Rome. The Doric order is the oldest and simplest of all classic pillar construction orders. It is composed of a vertical cylinder that is wider at the bottom. It generally has neither a defined base nor a detailed capital. It is instead often topped with an inverted frustum of a shallow cone or a cylindrical band of carvings. It is often referred to as the masculine order because it is represented in the bottom level of the Colosseum and the Pantheon, and was therefore considered to be able to hold more weight. The height-to-thickness ratio is about 8:1. The shaft of a Doric column is almost always fluted. It has grooves carved up its length. The Corinthian Order is named after the Greek city-state of Corinth, to which it was connected in the period. However, according to the architectural historian Vitruvius, the column was created by the sculptor Callimachus, probably an Athenian, who drew acanthus leaves growing around a votive basket. In fact, the oldest known Corinthian capital was found in Bassae, dated at 427 BC. It is sometimes called the feminine order because it is on the top level of the Colosseum, holding up the least weight, and also has the slenderest ratio of thickness to height. Height-to-width ratio is about 10:1.